Oftentimes, people ask this question that what exactly is the role of cloud when it comes to fintech and financial services sector as a whole, and it's a very genuine question, right? Cloud being a very niche technology, and it's a very native to big enterprises like e-retail companies, and how the role of those sort of vendors is becoming important and rather much more critical nowadays in the financial sector, and how to go about it, right? So do banks and financial institution or NBFCs, do they really require cloud for that matter? And a lot of fintech companies that are nowadays are coming up with this concept of cloud, and where they have a dedicated cloud to provide those sort of services, right? Where they have built in the entire BRE, the business rule engine, through which the terms and conditions will be dictated for let's say lending products, where different loans will be originated basis the vendor, basis the credit profile of the customer. So the entire operations of doing the checks when it comes to recognizing a credit profile of the customer is something that will be done on the cloud of that particular fintech, or if they're doing any sort of partnership with the bank or the financial institution, then it becomes a part of that overall technology stack. And what essentially cloud is doing in all those aspects, it is working in different layers, is what I believe. So for example, things like the server component, right? How faster could you enable those sort of activities that you were doing before, and then the introduction of clouds like GCP, Azure, or any other public cloud service provider, private cloud or hybrid cloud for that matter. How are you going to leverage those functions in a much more faster, rapid, and optimized manner, right? That's where the cloud will enable you to do that, right? And the second most important feature is in terms of the availability and the scalability that you can gain, right? So tomorrow, let's say today a bank has 100 customer, and you're expecting to grow it by 100x time, let's say, for example, right? So for you to meet those scalability needs, cloud is one such technology that can help you out achieve those sort of exponential scale parameters. Also availability, so tomorrow, let's say for example there is a flood in some particular area where banks have set up their dedicated data center operations, or majority of their IT operations being run from those particular domains, right? So what if those kind of in case of some hack, or in case of man-made or both natural tragedies or disasters, right? How are you going to make sure that your customer data is maintained, is safe to the utmost level, right? Cloud in those aspects also plays a very key important role, and that is why the industry is now moving towards cloud side of thing, instead of relying solely on their own sort of premise based server architecture level, right? So this is a major shift. So yeah,